Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me um, on archive. Man, man, oh man. D style here, man. A lot to go over right now, but I appreciate everyone that will be tuning in. Okay, this is the second draft we'll be doing, fantasy draft. Okay, but this one's for boxing. All right. We're going to be doing a fantasy draft for boxing this time. It is the lightweights. All right. For those listening on archive, make sure you throw a jab at the like button. All right. Make sure it turns blue. And share the video on your social media platforms. I appreciate everyone's support here. As always, I want to go over um, the list of members. Okay, so excuse me while I do that. Give me 1 second here. I always have it ready, and then okay, go backwards here for now. The Cali Enigma joined yesterday. I appreciate the support. Jose Anaya, AMG2, E. Woodson, Chicano Prophet, Biff 0518, Fanon International Boxing, Tony Boswell, Ringside Reporter Live, Daryl Cepada, Big Dog Willie, Teresa D, AJ10, BFTB, John 347, all right, NBT Boxing on there, right? So I appreciate everyone that has joined recently. I appreciate the support. The Hodges on here. What's going on? We're going to go ahead and start going over this. So let's see where this takes us. All right. What we're going to be doing, it's going to be the lightweights, 16 of the last 20 years. Okay, from 2000 to 2020. All right. We're going to start with that. And then 16. It's going to be a mix of fighters from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Okay, at least 4 from each. But we will see where this will go. All right. No problem, Storm B-Man. Shout out to you. And hopefully you could join us so we can go over some names here on this fantasy draft. Okay, this is going to be for the lightweights. So I want to make sure everyone is ready here. So let me write some down. Give me a second. One moment. The lightweights here. There was a lot of dispute and a lot of debate last night with several of the fights, especially with the final Tito Trinidad against Pernell Whitaker, both at their best. And of course, the prospect of a Floyd Mayweather Tito Trinidad fight was also spiked a lot of debate and interest. That was interesting. We dove into some other stuff, crazy stuff. You know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Those that are not subscribed to Stormy B-Man and catch the show, The Three Wise Men of Boxing, check that out. We had Kurt Sugar on yesterday. And the last 2 nights, actually. All right. So we're going to start with the fighters of the, let's say the last 20 years. Okay. The 2000s. Right. Active and anyone who was retired that participated as a lightweight in the last 10 years. We're going to start with that, right, in a little bit. All right. Well, I get this ready. What's going on, Big Dog Willie? Get this up here. One of those should have gotten this ready before I got started type of things, but it's all right. All right. We're here. All right. Got that done. Boom, boom. Okay. All right. Big Dog Willie, a member on here. I appreciate the support, bro, of course, and Teresa D as well. So salute to these down chat. Dang, I missed it. I got to watch it on the archives, Nutrinational. No problem. But guess what? We're here for the lightweights. For those that don't know, Pernell Whitaker did win the welterweight tournament. That one only consisted of fighters from the last 10 years and the 90s. So This one's going to be a little more diverse, let's say. Okay? The first round will consist of the fighters of the last 20 years versus a mix of fighters from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Why? Because a lot of people wanted a lot of different fighters that were from different eras. So we, just to make that fair, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Let's go in and start with the last 20 years. I want you to take a moment to think about it before you throw names out there, okay? Of course, there's a lot of names, but, think about it. Last 20 years, let's get this started. Let's start the selection process. Let's start putting names on the board for the last 20 years that are active now or participated at lightweight in the last 20 years. All right. So let's go ahead and get that started. Let's start putting the names on the board, and we'll start a selection process. Remember, they're going to be competing with like some of the best ever. So, don't just throw me a guy you just like because he's exciting. Let's really think about this. Okay. It's going to be interesting, of course. So Big Dog Willie starts with a big one. And he starts with Floyd Mayweather, who did compete in the early 2000s. That is a big name and may even be considered the favorite for some people. So that's a big name right there. Has a lot of fans. A lot of them that didn't like the result of the Pernell Whitaker. But hey, man, it's not up to me. Okay. But let's see here. We do have Floyd Mayweather Jr., all right, added to the mix, all right. We got one name. Unpopular one, Adrian Broner, who would beat everyone on Lomachenko's resume at 135. Neutral Natural says, he says Adrian Broner, all right. Hey, Rod, are you sure you want to put Shakur right now? Like Shakur Stevenson right now? Although Shakur's not really lightweight. He's not a lightweight right now. So just give me some lightweights. Unless that's the only Shakur I can think of off the top of my head. Unless you mean, give me the full names, guys, by the way, or just the last name. All right. So we'll put Adrian Broner on there. Hopefully it'll put like Adrian Broner against Duran or something in the first round, but we'll see how that goes. But Adrian Broner has been added. All right, let's give me some more names. Let's add some names. Fighters of the last 20 years, 2000 to now. Active fighters count as well. All right. And of course, that is going to be Pretty Boy Floyd, Adrian Broner. That's all you guys got. That's it. Manny Pacquiao, says 88 Sports Talk. We're going to definitely add Manny Pacquiao. He only had, I believe, only one fight at 135, but we can always take that version of Pacquiao, put him in the mix, all right? Taking out the big guns right out of the gate. A-Rod, does Mosley qualify? I don't think Mosley fought as a lightweight in 2000, so Mosley does not qualify, all right? Mosley fought in the 90s, unless he fought did he fight in the year 2? I don't think he did. Because Trinidad De La Hoya was in 99. So from there, he was either making a transition or whatnot. So we are going to hold off on Shane Mosley for now, though you can definitely add him as a fighter of the 90s, okay, as far as lightweight goes, right? All right. I see Big Dog Willie say Garcia. Are you talking about Mikey Garcia? If so, clarify that for me, Big Dog Willie. What's going on? AJ10 in the house, member on here. I appreciate the support, bro. All right, give me some names, guys. We really only got Castillo. We can definitely add Jose Luis Castillo to the mix here for sure. All right. Am I right about that? I think I'm right about the Mosley thing. If anybody wants to fact check that, go ahead. I'm 99% sure I'm right. All right. Mikey Garcia says, okay, we'll add Mikey there. Bud Crawford has been added as well. I see his name on there. Interesting name. Holy shit. Bud Terrence Crawford bringing out the big guns. All right. for this one. Terence Crawford, we got that. We got Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Jose Luis Castillo, Mikey Garcia, Bud Crawford. That's what we got so far. We need some more names. We need 10 more names, guys. I know like names, but I want you guys to pick them. David Diaz, is that like the best you got? Neutral Natural. AJ 10 says Juan Manuel Marquez. Okay. Juan Manuel Marquez. Right. David Diaz, I mean, he wasn't even the best Diaz when he was champion. He was the third best Diaz that was world champion when he was champion. Could put it for a vote. If you guys, for David Diaz. G-Money on here says Juan Lascano. We got Robert on there. We got Marquez. Robert Garcia, was he a lightweight? Can I get a confirmation really quick if it was a lightweight in the 2000s? Marquez is definitely on there. Juan Lascano is on there. Okay. Was Juan Lascano a lightweight? Yeah, he was. I believe he was. We could put Juan Lascano on there. Sure. We got Marcus on there, by the way. Prince Nassim was not a lightweight. Nate Campbell. Good one. Neutral Natural. We could put Nate Campbell on there. They went over Juan Diaz. I'm holding off on David Diaz for now. I mean, it's not 100% selection. I do have some discretion. So we'll hold off on David Diaz for now. If we can add more names, he's always on, right there. But Robert Garcia was never competitive at 135, right? Okay. We're going to hold off on Robert Garcia. He's definitely not going to make it. Thanks for that, AJ10. I was never sure if he moved up and competed there or something. I didn't remember. But come on, guys. Lightweights. Let me show you the names. Well, I'll show you the names when we do the matchups, okay? We've got Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Jose Luis Castillo, Mike Garcia, Bud Crawford, Juan Manuel Marquez, Juan Lascano, Nate Campbell. That's 9. Who else we got? Any active fighters? Any guys fighting right now? So said Edwin Valero. We got Jose Luis Castillo on there. We do have Jose Luis Castillo. Let me double check. I do believe I have him. We got Jose Luis Castillo on there. I had to double check for a second, but he's on there. And Chop Chop, I did check here. Did not compete at lightweight in the 2000s. Gonna have to hold off on Chop Chop right there. Well, we can't put our Graham Pryor. They didn't fight recently, guys. So Oscar didn't fight in the 2000s. Jorge Linares. We could put Corrales. Okay, Diego Corrales. If that's what you guys want to put, all right? Corrales did end up moving up. Come on, guys. Freitas, Casamayor. You know what I mean? Devin Haney. You guys aren't putting any active dudes. Anybody want to put Lomachenko on there? Julio Diaz, Juan Diaz. Maxella, hold up on the we're not there yet. Last 20 years. Right? You know what I mean? Do we want to put Devin Haney right now? Let's put it for a vote. Press 1 if we put Devin Haney right now. Press 2 if we hold off on Devin Haney. In the chat. Let's do a vote on it. One yes, 2 no for Devin Haney. I don't know if you guys want to do a fantasy matchup with Devin Haney. We don't have enough data like to really do that. But well, I'll put him on there. If you guys vote, majority will rule. Devin Haney, yes. 1 yes, 2 no. Casamayor in there, established guy. Is that it? 3 votes. That's it. 1 yes for Haney, 2 no for Haney. There's a vote for no Haney. It is not. If you guys can't show me there's a lot of votes, then I can't really put them in there, guys. You know what I mean? It's just a little too green, in my opinion, to put him in a tournament where it's going to be facing off against some all-time greats in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I'm saying. Not quite yet. Maybe in the future. Okay? Teofimo, I mean, isn't he in the same boat? I mean, I did put Lomachenko for now, but since he's consensus, I don't 100% agree, but number 1 right now. Robert Guerrero. All right. I need 3 more names, guys. 3 more names. I got Diego Corrales on there, Ricky Burns. Let's do a vote on it. 1 for Guerrero, 2 for Burns. Put 1 for Robert Guerrero, 2 for Ricky Burns. Let's do a vote on those 2 guys. 1 Robert Guerrero, 2 Ricky Burns. Whitaker will qualify in the next round. G-Money, so hold on Whitaker for now. It's going to be very interesting. The one that just beat Prograis. Well, that's 140, guys. That's 140. Somebody said Orlando Salido. I think he fought like the tail end. I think he fought at 135, but I'm not sure. But Salido didn't really do anything at 135. So we're going to hold off for now with Salido. Got 1. Okay. Bunch of 1s. It looks like Robert Guerrero's in. Okay, so we're going to keep Robert Guerrero. Rick Burns has been eliminated already. Okay. It's not a good look for Crawford's resume, but they're going to suck. But it's okay. Okay, Teofimo Lopez. Press 1 if he's in, 2 if he's out. Teofimo Lopez, should he represent? 1 in, 2 out. Let's do the vote. 1, you want Teofimo Lopez in. 2, Teofimo Lopez does not get in. Where are we at? By the way, guys, make sure you throw a jab at the like button, share the video. The next round's going to be very interesting. We are currently in the selection process. Fighters of the last 20 years. All right, he don't get in by the looks of it. All right. Casasu, I don't even think competed at 135. But even if he did, it wouldn't have been, I think that dude was 140 all the way, but it wouldn't have been recently. Vinny Pazienza, well, what's wrong with you guys? Last 20 years. Natural said 1. I'll give it a little more for some voting here, but looks like he's not going to make it. Let's think about the 2000s, guys. Anybody can think of? What about, Zahir Rahim says AJ10. Okay, we can always look into that, but He did fight at 135. Very briefly. He does qualify. He lost to Rocky Juarez when he dropped down to 126. He did beat Morales in what would basically be a catch weight, looks like, at 133 pounds. So he lost to Acelino Freitas. Zab's not quite there, right? So let's do this. Juan Diaz or David Diaz, let's do a vote, okay? Give me a 1 for Juan Diaz. Give me a 2 for David Diaz. Let's vote on it. Let's go ahead and do that vote. So the battle of the Diazes, and David Diaz was presented. However, I'm going to counter with Juan Diaz and Julio Diaz. So let's do this. People haven't put it yet. So hold on. Hold on. So 1, Juan Diaz. 2, David Diaz. 3, Julio Diaz. The battle of the Diazes. There's only room for 1 Diaz in this tournament. So let's do that. If you want to keep it, 1, keep it. Or just say I changed my mind. I want Julio, but 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 Juan, 2 Julio, 2 David, 3 Julio, just like that. Maxella says Julio. So far, it looks like Juan Diaz will make it in. You know, I don't know why, I have a feeling we're forgetting somebody, right? Like we're forgetting somebody, bro. Like I just have a feeling, right? We got Marcus on there. All right, so Diaz says 3, but one Juan Diaz is in. He won the vote, so that's that. I just have a feeling like we're forgetting somebody, right? Let me go over the names really quick. Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Jose Luis Castillo, Mike Garcia, Bud Crawford, Juan Manuel Marquez, Juan Lascano, Nate Campbell, Diego Corrales, Casamayor, Lomachenko, Robert Guerrero, and Juan Diaz. We still have 2 more names we have to put on there. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put some guys against each other. Okay? Did Barrera fight at 135? What about this? What about Amir Khan? Wasn't Khan at 135? Let's see. I believe he was, but let me double check. Let me double check that one. I think Prescott knocked him out at 135, if my memory is correct. He never. No. It looks like. Yeah, he did fight at 135 here and there. But very, very briefly. He fought Barrera there. I mean, we could put Barrera, right? There's DeMarco. We do have Juan Lascano there. Okay, let's do this. We're going to put some votes up here, okay? Right? Well, somebody said Peterson. Okay. Did Lamont Peterson fight at 135? Like, I remember him campaigning at 140. You know what I mean? What I remember. Well, he did. He like jumped, bro. Like turned pro at 126, and he jumped to like 140 right away. So Lamont doesn't quite. Let's put some votes here. Okay, we're gonna put some votes. Okay. Miguel Angel Gonzalez wouldn't have been in this era, but let's put up for a vote. All right. Wait for me to say all the names. Okay, wait for me to say all the names. 1, Teofimo Lopez. All right. 2, Michael Katsidis. 3, Brandon Rios. Right? Let's vote on those 3. Put the numbers. 1, Teofimo Lopez. 2, Michael Katsidis. 3, Brandon Rios when he was at 135. Okay? So we're gonna put those 3 up for a vote, and then the winner of that one gets in. So far, Brandon Rios is getting the votes. So far, it's all Brandon Rios. Okay? And for those that don't remember, Brandon Rios wasn't that bad. Okay? He really wasn't that bad. We got 15. We got room for one more name. Okay? Some guys already got proposed and eliminated. Okay? We're going to give Devin Haney one more shot to get in, but we got to put it up for a vote. So give me 2 names we could put Devin Haney in with, so we could kind of, just see how we decide that. You know what I mean? Oh, actually, we never even put Zaire Rahim. What about what was his name? Guzman. What about him? Joan Guzman. What weight class did he fight in? I know he was 126, 140 and stuff. Did he ever fight at lightweight? I think like just 2 fights. But he did fight there. He wanted that Pacquiao smoke too. What about Bays? Bays. Let's see here. You spell that right? Wait a second. Like, I don't know what you mean. Cesar Baez? Like, I mean, I'm not sure what you mean, Jeffrey. For the last 20 years? Yeah, Guzman, Marco Antonio. I mean, Marco Antonio was a career 126. Morales didn't really do anything at 135 either. And a lot of fighters just skip 135 for some reason. And we got Guzman, Zaire Rahim. I mean, there's a lot of fighters that were quality at 135, but didn't really fight there. Cesar Bazan. For some reason, I thought you were talking about Baez. You know what I mean? Although my question is, did he fight at 135 in the 2000s? And he will qualify for the 90s, okay, but not the 2000s. So you could always recommend him next, for sure. Jesus Chavez. It's a good name. Good name. I like Jesus Chavez as a proposal. Let's see, Jesus Chavez. Let me look over it quick. He did fight at 135. More like a 130 guy, but it's a name. Okay. But when he fought at 135, but I guess, in fantasy, it could be like when he was in his prime, blah, blah, blah. Not quite there, but let's see if we could get some other names. All right. He is a 130 guy, but if we don't have anything else, we'll have to put it to a vote in a little bit. Okay. If there's nothing else. You're right, AJ 10. He's a 130 guy. We need one more name, guys. Let's see. Luke Campbell, he's active right now. There's anybody want to put Gamboa at 135 or Tank Davis? Any other active fighters? We may just have to put some current active fighters in for a vote. We got Diego Corrales on there. Diego's on there. One more name. A name that stands out. Casamayor is there. Any active fight? Well, what about like Luke Campbell, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez? Any of those guys that we could put on there? What do you guys think? Was Robert Easter even fighting at one? Has he ever fought at 135? I don't think he has. The 130 guy. You know what I mean? But if people want to put Robert Easter in a hypothetical, well, he did fight at 135. What am I talking about? He did. Interesting. Okay, there's Robert Easter. Yeah. A lot of wins. He recently lost to Mike Garcia. That's his only loss. Robert Easter. Let's put it for a vote. 1, okay, for Robert Easter. Okay. Or 2 for Joan Guzman. 3, Zahir Rahim. Let's put it for a vote right now. We're putting it for a vote right now. I was thinking 130 for some reason, but all right, 1-1. It looks like, so far anyway. There's a Joan Guzman. Zahir Rahim gets a vote. Robert Easter winning so far. Let's wait a little more for the final tally. Another vote for Robert Easter. 1. All right, resume. All right, Robert Easter is winning so far. Let's wait a little more. Going once. Going twice. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds, and we're going to wrap this one up for the last 20 years. David Diaz, we did put him up for a vote. Juan Diaz eliminated him. Jesus Chavez, definitely an option. So Bradley was a 140 guy. Let's put Jesus Chavez, Robert Easter for a vote really quick, and then we'll move on. So Jesus Chavez 1, Robert Easter 2. Let's put that up for a vote, and that'll be that for the final selection. Right? Bradley was a 140 guy, you know what I mean? And moved up to welterweight. Not really what we're looking for here, guys. You know what I mean? Any votes? Got 1, we got 2. All right, 1 for Chavez over Easter so far, okay. Age of 10, so far the only one that has voted for Easter. Another vote for Easter. Couple more votes, guys. I really want to get to the next one. So it's too late for Humberto Soto and all that. We're Easter, Jesus Chavez. Juan Diaz is on there. He's on there, guys. So we're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna go ahead and put Jesus Chavez on there, right? So, and that one is that. Okay. To be honest with you, I don't think Issa or Chavez will go far against some of the guys we're about to name. All right. So I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. It's gonna get really good right now. These are the guys. Okay. These are the guys that are gonna face. All right. These are the guys that are gonna fit in the first round against the guys we just went over. Okay. So, Petafora. Jesus Christ. All right. So we're gonna go with that. Okay. And like I said, the guys who just went over in the first round are gonna go against these guys. All right. We're gonna go 16 fighters from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We need at least 4 from each. Like we can't get at least one of those decades needs at least 4 fighters, right? At the very least, and then that tallies up to 12. The other 4 could be scattered amongst the other decades. Okay, so we're about to go over this selection. Most people would actually say that this side, a fighter from this side is more than likely going to win the whole thing, right? We don't know yet, but because other side does have some good fighters too, but we will see. Big Dog Willie with a big gun, like right on the bat, bro. It's just he just says Duran, like that's it. Like you know what I mean? Like he's just like here's Duran, I'm out. He probably just said peace out and left. All right. Diaz says he wasn't born. It's okay. It's all right. Well, so we got Roberto Duran, right? We'll count him as a 70s guy for sure, right? So Roberto Duran is on here. I know we have some great minds on here to give us some great names. Think about somebody you think has a legitimate shot at winning the whole thing. Okay? Just think about that, and then we'll kind of go from there, okay? Why can't I hold this? Give me a second, guys. One moment. Why isn't this loading? And by the way, when you guys put the names, make me a favor. All right? Put the decade. Just put the decade in parentheses or something next to the name you give me, okay? Joe Gans, well, that's early century, last century, something like that, or late last century. So, well, actually, that would be late last century, but still, guys, 70s, 80s, 90s, guys. What's going on? Boxing Conversations, Reggie Owens. Ken Buchanan. All right. Put him. He ain't going to have to face Duran in the first round, so it should be good. All right, so we got 2 from the 70s so far. All right. Roger Mayweather. Would that be 80s? A-Rod. And then prior 80s as well by Big Dog Willie. Let's put the parentheses, guys, just so I can make sure I know the numbers for each. Anybody going to say Alexis Arroyo, or should I say it? Aaron Pry, goddamn, these names are already tough. Okay. And Roger. How's Roger at lightweight? Pretty solid, but Chavez Sr., says Maxilla. Look at it. Maxilla finally gave me a name that I could put on the list. All right. So let's put him on here. Chavez Senior. That'll be 80s, of course. You guys got any 90s for me? Going on. Got 5 monster names right now on this list, guys. Monsters. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Mosley 90s. There we go. I was waiting for that one. Right? That is. Don't sleep on Mosley, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Whitaker. 1, 2, 3. If we put Whitaker 80s, that's gonna pretty much. We'll count them as that. We'll see where it goes. Okay, we got Pernell Whitaker on here. What about this name? Let me Deloya, you said it. All right. All right. Let me do that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Hold on. All right. That's a good idea. All right. And of course, De La Hoya. Should we add De La Hoya to the list? In the 90s, Barrera and Morales weren't really 90s guys. Pacquiao's already in the last 20 years, guys. Pacquiao's already there. Right? Oh, what's that capital? All right. Well, I mean, Afarica, you're giving me guys from the last 20 years, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you guys get what I'm saying? We got 7 names so far. We're not even halfway there. Give me another name to get halfway there. Did I miss a name? Spadafora. I don't know, man. We'll wait on Spadafora. All right. We'll wait on that one, bro. I don't know. I don't know about Spadafora, dude. You know what I mean? '70s, '80s, '90s. We need at least 4 from each era. Arguello. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna count just to add to the '90s. We'll just put Whitaker as '90s. All right, just for the sake of it. Although I'll have to double check that, but still, we'll just count that as that, and then so we got one on there. You know what I mean? I do want to fill in at least 4 of each, and then we'll go from there. What else you guys got? What else you guys got? We got Duran on there. He's on the screen. He's on the screen. We're not going to put Spadafora. Camacho. There we go. Absolutely. Right. Let me look at this really quick. Hold on. Emmanuel Augustus had some fights at 135. He would count as 90s. He would be fun just because when he came in at his best, but we will see. Okay. Edwin Rosario. Hold on. I'm behind, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. Camacho, I did not put him on there, but let's put him on here. Okay. Hold on, guys. Why is this taking forever to load? Give me a second. Hector, there we go. Macho. Macho. This guy's a contender, guys. Saying. Boom Boom Mancini. I like it. I like Boom Boom Mancini. Boom. Hold on. No. Hold on. That was totally a fuck up. We do need some we do need some 90s guys for sure. I mean, I kind of did the 90s a favor by putting Whitaker, even though I shouldn't have done that, but I put him on there. All right. Haugen, we'll keep him in mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 names. We got 4 more guys. Right? We need some 70s, guys. Somebody put in the 70. Let me see. Let me scroll up. Give me a second, guys. I missed some names. I apologize. Give me a moment, guys. Scrolling here. Camacho. We got Arguello. Did I put Arguello already? Yeah, he's there. So, Vinny Pazienza would be an 80s guy, but we have so many 80s on here. So we're going to keep him in mind, of course. Okay. I know I missed somebody, bro. Esteban de Jesus. I want to check him out. Sounds very familiar. The question is Esteban Jesus definitely qualifies for 70s, guys. Most definitely. All right. Unless somebody has a better name. Let's go. Let's kind of focus a little bit for the 70s right now. Got Esteban de Jesus. And what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you guys to watch some film of his before we do later in the week the tournament. That way you can kind of have a better perspective on him. The same with Ken Buchanan, Roberto Duran, these guys in the 80s as well. Okay? Don't do 70s. I was born in the 80s. I don't care when you were born, bro. All right? don't do the 70s. Oh man. Now we don't want to do 70s style. It's a little too let's see here. The only thing with Buddy McGirt, it was a 141. Can I get a fact real quick? Did McGirt fight at lightweight? I know it was 147 for sure. 140, I'm pretty solid that he fought there, but let's check on lightweight. We do got Roger Mayweather on there. Great name. Great name. Great name. All right, let's see. Roger Mayweather, I got him. Carlos Zarate, I mean, would he have been in the 70s, bro? Rocky Lockridge. Yeah, I mean, like he fought a lightweight in the 90s. You know what I mean? Tony Lopez. I like Locky. You know, even though he's like a 130 guy, he could still compete with lightweights. You know what I mean? I like that name. Okay. All right. Rocky. Good one. Even though he's more of an 80s guy, I'm going to count him as a 90s guy. Okay. He technically did fight in the 90s. Okay. He actually had a lightweight fight in the 90s. So we're going to count that as that. All right, guys. We need, I know I'm missing names here. Wilfredo Gomez. All right. Did Azuma Nelson fight at 135? I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty certain. Wilfredo Gomez, can we count him? He's like a featherweight type guy. Ismael Laguna. Man. Let me look up Sarate really quick before I go with Laguna. Hold on. Sarate. Let's see if I can get him with a technicality. Hold on. All right. That's what we do around here. We just get technicalities and shit. You know what I mean? Carlos Sarate, technically speaking, right, wouldn't qualify as a 135, guys. Like, I was trying to see if, like, in the 80s, he had some lightweight fights, but nah. Plus, he was just too small. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. Vinny Pazienza, I don't think fought at lightweight, did he? I think he was like 140 guy. You know what I mean? So, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need 3 more names, okay, to kind of fill this one up, guys. I like Ismael Laguna. That's a good one. Good one for sure. He just, yeah. I mean, he just makes it, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? He's kind of there by technicality, but it is what it is. All right, we need 2 more names, guys. Why do I keep thinking? Hold on. Vinny Pazienza. Hey, you're right. He did fight at 135, but was he champion at 135? What year was he champion at 135? Like legitimate belt champion? Oh yeah, he did. Oh, okay. He went back. Yeah, he did. Hogan. Okay. We got 780s guys, but I think we already filled everybody up. 90, 90, 90, 90s. Okay. Stand corrected. I thought it was a one. For some reason, I just pictured him as 140 guy. But let's see here. Okay. Oruzbek Nazarov. Okay. We completed the 90s. All right. Okay. And we'll put Vinny. I don't know if here we go. Doesn't matter really, but we'll just put it anyway. There we go. Unless I don't know how to count, we pretty much got it. There we go. It's it. Somebody wants Stevie Johnson over Mancini. Is there a name you guys want to replace, and we'll put it up for a vote? Okay. We'll put it up for a vote. If there's a name that's on there, and we'll put it up for a vote. You know, the beautiful thing, Diagis, is that with YouTube and with the internet, the beautiful thing is you can look up these fighters and check them out. You know what I mean? Stevie Johnson, guys, he was proposed over by Nitro Natural. Out of all these fighters, he picked on Boom Boom Mancini. Let's put up for a vote. Well, let me look at this list. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah. Mancini 1. Stevie Johnson 2. In the chat. Put 1 for Mancini, 2 for Stevie Johnson. The odds says boom, boom. Well, give me a 1 then. 1 Mancini, 2 Stevie Johnson. All right. There's a vote for Stevie Johnson. It looks like Mancini is taking it, though. In fairness. Going once. Going twice. And then we're going to start the fun part, the draft. We're going to start matching up these fighters. Okay? So that's the best part. Yo, it's getting close. All right, Mancini takes it, but we're going to give, but we're going to give Stevie Johnson one more shot because I'm a dictator like that. Okay, Storm B Man voted, so that's that. He's in. Or Uzbek Narov or Stevie Johnson. Okay, Narov 1, Stevie Johnson 2. All right, let me do this really quick. Hold on. The hell? A second, guys. All right, from that line down, okay? The computer's over here, you know what I mean? From that line down, right? Give me a 1 for Narov, 2 for Stevie Johnson. Because they're both 90, so we should have really put it up against those two guys. Now, I'm not going to do the tournament, guys, for like a few days. So you have more than enough time to watch film and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just to let you guys know. I mean, 2 says D Hodges, okay. 1 for Christian NWO. I like Stevie Johnson personally, but I'm not voting, right? Going once. Going twice. And we're going to replace. There's another 2 right there. Yeah, we're going to replace. All right. There we go. So Stevie Johnson makes a cut at the very, very end. Right? So let's go ahead and get started with the actual draft, guys. We have completed the selection process. Okay. We have done that. Thank you guys for helping me out with that and getting that done. Very interesting. All right. Get this lightweight draft going. Okay. This is how it works. For those that didn't do it the last time, those that were here. All right. Just basically, I'm going to start with members, and then they're going to select the name from the top and match it up with a name in the bottom. The order that you guys select is going to dictate how the brackets look as well. I do not select the matches. Okay. I do not select the order of it either. So that's just the way it is. Right. What's going on? Zone. We're going to start with Big Dog Willie. He's a member on here. All right. We're going to let him pick the first matchup. So Big Dog Willie, pick a name from the 2000s here. And that, again, that's from 2000 to 2020, including active fighters. Pick a name from the list. Big Dog Willie. And let's get, from the list you see on here. Hold on, give me a second. Let me bring this down. One moment. There we go. Right? Big Dog Willie, who is your draft pick? That's right, guys. We're doing a draft. Look at this. Right? So Big Dog Willie selects Juan Manuel Marquez. All right, give me a second, guys. One moment. Juan Manuel Marquez, and I got to make sure I start writing this down here. Give me a second, guys. Hold on, because I'll lose track. I don't want to go back and listen to everything. Hold on. What the hell? All right. All right. All right, Big Dog Willie, give me a name from the bottom list right now. Right? There are the names. Who is Juan Manuel Marquez going to face in the first round? And Big Dog Willie's second selection 2020 lightweight draft is. Who's he going to pick? The anticipation is real. This Big Dog Willie's pick, by the way, guys. Juan Manuel Marquez. Who's he going to face? Who's he going to put him up against? This is crazy. Juan Manuel Marquez will be going up against Ray Boom Mancini. I put boob earlier, but that's something, right? All right. Okay, looks like I got somebody doing this for me, so I don't have to write it down. Perfect. Right? There we go. Chicano Prophet. All right. Member on here. But you guys should join the style membership. All right, just for 99 cents a month. All right. That's it. And you get perks like picking first, shit like that. Okay. You see it there in the bottom. You're up next, Chicano Prophet. Pick a name from the top here. Your first selection of this draft. Who do you pick? Well, no, Kristen, but that'll kind of ruin the fun, actually, if I did that. Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button. Stay on the chat so you guys can go ahead and make your picks. Is Chicano Prophet on here? What's going on? Chicano, where you at? Chicano Prophet selects Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. All right, just like that. All right. So Manny Pacquiao has been selected, and the crowd in the Philippines goes wild. Right? Chicano Prophet, your second selection in the first round of the draft goes to. There's the list. Who's Chicano Prophet going to match up Manny Pacquiao with? It's going to be interesting. The anticipation is real. You guys don't have to use the whole clock, by the way. You can make a decision right away. You're more than welcome to. No rush. No pressure. Who's Alexis Arguello, bro? God damn. All right, so Alexis Arguello has been selected. Man, against Manny Pacquiao in the first round. I can't wait to do that one. Right? Just like that. AJ10, another member on here. Right? AJ10, you're up. All right, you're on the clock. Your first selection for your draft is 2,000 fighters. Give me a name. You see them on the screen. Can you guys just feel the anticipation? You know what I mean? Who's he going to pick? I don't know. He just said, damn, ha, ha. Well, now the pressure's on you. The Stormy's on here. Stay on deck. You go next. AJ Tennis selected Floyd Mayweather Jr. Right, in his first selection. And your second selection of the draft is, who is Floyd Mayweather Jr. going to face in the first round? A lot of names on here. This is very interesting. We'll see who he selects. Very interesting. Who's Mayweather going to face in the first round, bro? I have no idea. The anticipation's real. We don't know who AJ 10's going to pick. What type of strategy he's going to have. The easiest matchup for Mayweather? Is he going to try and eliminate him in the first round? I don't know. Right? Edwin Rosario. Right? Edwin Rosario has been selected. All right? It's going to be Floyd Mayweather Jr. against Edwin Rosario in the first round of the bracket. So just like that, that's been selected. We got Stormy B-Man on here. Stormy, if you're there, go ahead and select a name from the 2,000 fighters. Who will Stormy B-Man select? We don't know. Oh, hold on, the Hodges. Chill, bro. Who's going to be the first draft here? Can always come back to Stormy B-Man. I'm not sure if you're still there, bro. Going once. Could always come back to Stormy B-Man. Probably got busy, so let's do this. Let's go with Christian NWO. Christian NWO, go ahead and select a name. All right? From the top of this list, who do you select in the draft? Who's he going to pick? I don't know. I have no idea. No Alvarado, no. Didn't you put on there? Who are you going to pick? Christian NWO has selected Adrian Broner from the list, right? And your second pick in the draft from these fighters below, who will Adrian Broner face in the first round? The pick is all Christian NWOs, ladies and gentlemen. Your second draft pick is the anticipation is real, guys. Adrian Broner versus a lightweight Shane Mosley. That's very interesting. In the first round, guys. Man, is that some. The matches start getting more crazy. D. Hodges, I see you on there. Go ahead and select D. Hodges. D. Hodges on deck to make a selection on this draft. Anybody that wants to participate, just say yo or some, or you want to go next or something like that, let me know, by the way, if you want to draft a matchup next. D. Hodges, you're on the clock. Who is your selection? in this draft. Pick a name, any name that you want. What's up, A-Rod? I'll let you go next. D. Hodges is taking his time. No, he's thinking. He's like, what should I do? What should I pick? You know what I mean? He's going to pick Castillo. All right. Guys, give me one name at a time. I'll go to you when the list comes up. But so Castillo, and then, of course, he selected Chavez. Those are his two picks. All right. Jose Luis Castillo and Chavez are sparring partners. Now they're going to face each other in the first round of the tournament. All right. Just like that. A-Rod in the house. What's going on, A-Rod? Go ahead and make a selection, A-Rod, from the list above right there. Right? Pick a name from the top. Who's the first name that you will be selecting? A-Rod. Is A-Rod on there? Or you just wanted to pout? Someone tell me if A-Rod's in the house. A-Rod. Whoever wants to draft next, Kristen Neville, I hear you, but anybody else that hasn't gone yet wants to draft next, let me know in the chat. Could just post it. I want to go next or something like that. Where's A-Rod at? A-Rod, if you're there, just say something. Well, where are you at? And yes, it would be a hell of a fight because Castillo, I kind of already know who I would pick, of course, but we will see when the time comes to do selection. Right, A-Rod, with his first selection, he picks Bud Crawford, right? Now you're on the clock, bro. Give me a fighter from the following list. Who will face Crawford in the first round? A-Rod about to make his draft selection. Whoever has not drafted yet, post in the chat. If you want to go. If not, we're going to start over. We'll start with the members again. Bud Crawford versus Roger Mayweather in the first round. All right. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. Right. For sure. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next? Who wants to draft next? Who wants to draft the matchup next? Check something quick. Big Dog Willie, you there? The guys, I see you guys on there. No, nobody wants to go next or what? Do I have a delay? Hold on. Like everyone's just like shocked that I asked who wants to go next or something. That or my thing's delayed. Hold on. Okay, it's not delayed. All right. Maxilla, go ahead. We'll let Maxilla go. But he's going to select Robert Guerrero. And who's Robert Guerrero going to face in the first round? Maxilla, pick a name. Maxzilla, Robert Guerrero versus who? There's a delay, okay. It is what it is. Maxzilla. I think there's a delay, guys. I'm using like 3 devices right now in the chat. I don't see a delay. Like, there's always a 3-4 second delay, but the delay actually, you guys are hearing me 10 seconds later anyway because of the live feed. You know what I mean? But I see the chat real time. Like, I'm saying this at 8:39 right now. My time. Where the hell did Maxzilla go? Dude's been posting names all day. AJ10. Pick an opponent for the guy. You can give me a name that's going to face Robert Guerrero in the first round. AJ10 is going to go ahead and pick a name for Maxzilla. Maxzilla traded his he made a trade to AJ10, and AJ10 is going to pick the opponent. You're next, big dog. We're waiting for AJ10 to give me a name. If Chicano Profits on deck, stay on deck. You'll be going again next. Stevie Johnson. All right. Just like that. Robert Guerrero versus Steven Johnson. And that'll be that. Okay. All right. Big Dog Willie. Oh, no, actually, hold on. My bad. Teresa D did post on there. Wants to go. Pick a name from the top. She's a member. She gets to go. So Teresa D is next. Sorry, Maxzilla. We were waiting, bro, but Teresa D is on deck now to make her first pick of the draft. She's going to select one of the above names, and we'll go from there. Who else is on here? We got 17 people on here. If you want to draft, put your name on here, and I'll let you make a draft selection. Teresa D has selected Nate Campbell. All right. And who will Nate Campbell be facing in the first round? Teresa D is on deck to make the second selection of her second selection of the draft. I wonder who she's going to pick. I don't. Is Deloya on there? I don't see Deloya. Do you mean De Jesus? Esteban De Jesus? Oh, the name's on here. You know what? We didn't pick Deloya. That's crazy. But yeah, he wasn't picked. All right, so Nate Campbell. It's all right. It's all right. So who's he going to face? Unless he was already selected. I don't even remember now, but De Jesus. Okay. All right. So Nate Campbell go against Esteban De Jesus. All right. Just like that. Big Dog Willie, you're next. All right. Big Dog Willie, go ahead and pick a name from the list right there. All right. I can always do some discretionary decisions later, but right now we're just gonna continue with the process. Go ahead and pick a name from the top. I actually thought we had Deloy on there for some reason. He would have been perfect for the 90s too, but it is what it is. Big Dog Willie, we're there. We want to go ahead and pick a name from the top. Rios. All right. Brandon Rios. Bam Bam Rios. By the way, like Boom Boom Mancini versus Bam Bam Rios would have been fun, by the way. But Brandon Rios has been selected. And who will he be facing from the list that we have currently on the screen? Bam Bam Rios versus who? Big Dog Willie's fourth selection of the draft. Look at this, 4. Who you got? We got Roberto Duran, Ken Buchanan, Ismael Laguno, Aaron Pryor, Whitaker, Hector Camacho, Rocky Lockridge, Vinny Pazienza. Holy shit. So Brandon Rios going to go head-to-head at lightweight against Roberto Manos de Piedra Duran. All right? Some may say Duran may be the favorite of this whole tournament. So he'll be going head-to-head against Brandon Rios just like that. AJ10, what's going on, man? You're going next. Right? We've got the list here. If A-Rod is still listening, I called you out earlier. Let me know if you're there. Right? If anyone else wants to make any picks, let me know. Post it in the chat. And then if I didn't see it or something, post it again anyway. Right? We're waiting for AJ10 to make his second selection here. And we'll see what matchup he sets up. A-Rod, stay on deck because you're next. All right? I'll call on you in a little bit because you're going next. We're waiting on AJ10 right now to go ahead and give me his pick. Look at that. Diego Corrales has been selected. Right? And your second pick of this round, AJ10. There are the names. Who are Diego Corrales? Go head-to-head, mano y mano in the first round. Should be interesting. A-Rod, stay on deck. Let me know you're there, A-Rod, just so I can know to go over to you. Duran may have hands of stone, but Bam Bam has a head of stone, he says. Big Dog Willie, there's always a 15-second delay. Because by the time StreamYard gets it here and it starts loading, you know what I mean? Aaron Pryor, all right? Aaron Pryor. It's not it's just, when I say something, you guys don't get it for like 10, 15 seconds. You know what I mean? Like what I said now, it's going to take 50 seconds for you guys to get it. It's always like that. But let's go ahead and we got Aaron Pryor has been selected. All right. And that's that. Okay. All right, A-Rod. You are on the clock. Let me know who you're going to pick, A-Rod. Who do you got? Of course, we're going by the top list here. I'll type something. Mike Garcia, Juan Lascano, Casamayor, Lomachenko, Juan Diaz, Jesus Chavez. Should be very, very interesting for sure. If anybody wants to go next, post it in the chat so you can go next. If not, we're just going to default to a member. Chris NWO, you are next, Chris NWO. So stay put. Mike Garcia has been selected by A-Rod, right? All right, no problem. Mike Garcia has been selected. Now pick a name from the current list right here we got some 70s guys, some 90s guys, some 80s guys still. Who will Mike Garcia go mano a mano in the first round against? Should be interesting. Who wins? I don't know. We will see. Who's he going to pick? The anticipation's real. The moment of awkward silence. Because I'm 15 seconds. This happened 15 seconds ago. Right? So, just saying. Chris Indeville, let me know if you're on deck, by the way. That way, when it's your turn, we can go from there. You know what I mean? A-Rod selects Hector Macho Camacho, right? And just like that, we got A-Rod making this selection. Okay. Chicano Prophet said, nice. He wanted that matchup. Interesting. Christian NWO. All right. You're next. All right. All right. Go ahead and make a selection here from these above names. We've got Lascano, Casamayor, Lomachenko, Juan Diaz, Jesus Chavez. Put a skull. Like, be interested to see what a lot of great matchups still left on here in the lightweight draft. I'll have the brackets on tonight, by the way, so you guys can take a look at them and all that. All right. Juan Diaz, the baby bull, has been selected. So a lot of good names on there. Who will Juan Diaz face in the first round? Should be very, very interesting. Baby Bull Diaz, man. A lot of people forget about him. You know what I mean? A lot of people forget about Baby Bull. Just as a reminder, what you're watching happened 15 seconds ago, because it always does that with StreamYard. Okay, maybe not 15. It's usually like 5 seconds, but for some reason it's a little extra today. There appears to be a little bit of some delays with YouTube. Okay, so I do apologize for that, but it's out of my control. Right? Pernell Whitaker, man. Question is he even going to land a punch? But nonetheless, good pick right there. Pernell Whitaker, one of the favorites in his entire tournament. So Pernell Whitaker did win the welterweight tournament, as you guys know. So that's we'll see. Is he a two-time fantasy champion? I don't know, but it's a good pick, and some even say a very good start in the first round for Pernell Whitaker. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go. What's it on again? Chicano Prophet. If anybody else wants to make a pick, now's the time to let me know. If you're watching right now, you can make a pick. Just put, I want to go next or something. You know what I mean? Chicano Prophet, you're on deck, man. Here are the remaining fighters. Who is your first selection? or this is your second selection of the draft, but third actually. But who do you pick? Christian W has some money on Whitaker, bro. That's why he picked that match. But we'll see how the voting goes when it comes. All right, Casamayor. All right, Joel Casamayor from Cuba, and he'll be facing who? Give me a name. There's the names. All right, very interesting. Very interesting. Some good matchups here. You know what I mean? We still got Rocky Lockridge on here. We still got Vinny Pazienza. We still have Ismael Laguno. We still got Ken Buchanan. So of these fighters, one from the 90s, one from the 80s, two from the 70s, what's he going to pick? Pazienza. Vinny Pazienza will be going head-to-head against Casamayor. Right? Very, very interesting. Okay? Who wants to go next? Of those watching, who wants to be next and making a selection? There's only 2 more rounds left. The last one is by default. What do you guys got? Who wants to go next? I keep forgetting I'm 50 seconds behind, but it's all right. The anticipation is real. I'm the one getting the super anticipation because of the damn delay, but I'm still here. Although I did ask 15 seconds ago, so still he sucks. What are you gonna do? All right, so we'll go with Teresa D. All right, Teresa D. Go ahead and pick a name from the top here. You're next, Big Dog Willie. Actually, I have an idea. Teresa D, pick a name from the top here. But I actually just got an idea. Is she still there? Robert Garcia. Wait. No, there's no Robert Garcia. There's no Robert Garcia. Jesus Chavez, Lomachenko, Juan Lascano. Robert Garcia is not on the list. So Juan Lascano, Lomachenko, Jesus Chavez. All right, Big Dog Willie, go ahead. Select the name from the list on the screen. Who will Big Dog Willie select? Let's find out. But Lomachenko has been selected by Big Dog Willie. And who will he be facing? Lomachenko will be facing who? Cam Buchanan, Ismael Laguno, Rocky Lockridge. Ismael Laguno against Lomachenko. There we go. All right. For this last one, someone's going to pick either Lascano or Jesus Chavez. All right. They're going to pick that. And then someone else is going to pick the opponent. And by default, that's going to set up the last two matches. Okay? So let's go with AJ10. Select either Lascano or Jesus Chavez. You pick. AJ10 is a residential factory of D-Style Boxing Live, by the way. Shout out to him. All right, he has picked Lascano. All right. Juan Lascano. He will be facing either Cam Buchanan or Rocky Lockridge. All right. And we're going to allow, let's see who's on here. Chicano Prophet. Pick the opponent for Lascano. Who will Lascano be facing? And by default, you will also pick the final matchup as well. The final pick of the draft goes to Chicano Prophet. So let's allow him here. We're going to find out who Lascano's going to face and who Jesus Chavez is going to face. Buchanan, okay. There we go. Lascano versus Buchanan. And by default, Jesus Chavez will be facing Rocky Lockridge in the first round as well. Once again, Lascano versus Buchanan. And then Jesus Chavez versus Rocky Lockridge. Just like that. All right. That was fun. All right. I have no idea why there was a delay, by the way. So I do apologize to everybody for that. I appreciate the support, guys. I really do. Make sure you throw a jab at the like button if you haven't already. And that's that. Okay. We have completed the whole thing. The draft has been completed. I don't know whether I'm going to do heavyweight or middleweight. There's so many weight classes. There's featherweight. 126 would be a beautiful weight class to do as well, just so I could see Eric Morales win in the end. You know what I mean? I'll vote for Morales all day. But nah, in all seriousness, a lot of great fighters in 126. One of my personal favorite weight classes. So something I would like to do as well. Okay. We have completed the selection process. We have completed the draft. As you guys can see, I have some, say in terms of, well, we're not going to let this guy in or something like that, or just put it up for a vote or something like that. But for the most part, once the selection process starts, I have nothing to do with the actual matchups and how the brackets are going to go. I have no say in that. Okay. The only say I have is that the first round will go with a certain set of fighters versus another set of fighters, and then the rest kind of just follows from there. 126, you got Sanchez. Well, we're not going to do the draft right now. Okay, we're not going to do that for now. Middleweight would be fun as well. Big Dog Willie, absolutely. I've got some homework to do on a few of those fighters. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. You guys got time? I'm going to be busy working all week. So during the week, we're not going to do it. You know what I mean? And I also want to get a hold of a lot of the guys that do the panels and stuff and get them on here. One thing I do ask guys is that you kind of have an idea if you come to the panels, okay? Because if you say something, you're going to get called out on it. You know what I mean? And it's not that we're trying to make somebody look bad or something like that, but if if you don't know a certain matchup has already happened, and you're kind of talking like you don't know that, kind of like, I'm just saying, have an idea at least if you're going to come to the panel, okay? If I notice like you kind of don't know much or something like that, out of respect to you, I'm going to just not have you in the panel, just because I just don't, just saying. But I do want, man, there's a lot of guys like Stormy B-Man was on here earlier. I actually want him as part of the panel. I'd love to have just put names out there. You know what I mean? Like Stormy B-Man, Cali Enigma, Curtis Anderson, Big Dog Willie. You know what I mean? Some guys that I would love to have on the panel. There is a fighter this is not a guarantee. Just like the last time I took out Terry Norris because it didn't make sense, and I went ahead and replaced him with Kasu. I may replace one of the fighters with De La Hoya, but I may just put it for a poll. I may do a poll about it because De La Hoya at a lightweight would be interesting. Like, I'm just saying. So, and people are familiar with De La Hoya as well. So maybe we can put him on there, but I don't know yet. You know what I mean? I might put it for a vote. I'll have to look at the list and all that. Do a double check. There's a fighter that we put on there that was a 60s guy, but, he kind of fought the tail end of his career in the early 70s. So there's a lot of options. But we're going to go ahead and kind of go through that, okay? So I'll have a set time. We'll likely do this on either Saturday night or Sunday. I don't know yet, but one day or the other, we're going to go ahead and do part, just like the last time. Part one day, part two another day, right? So that's how it's going to go, right? And I don't know how De La Hoya slipped. I know somebody suggested him, and he got lost in the shuffle somehow. And I knew something was missing. But we're going to go ahead and end this one. I want to thank everybody that joined me for this fantasy draft for the lightweights. And maybe next week on Monday, we could do a fantasy draft. I don't know yet. Featherweight, middleweight, something like that. I think people are kind of catching on how it works and stuff like that. All right. So Mondays when I do the draft, for people saying, but what's up with these matches? Well, I mean, Amir Khan got voted out. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I put it up for a vote. Amir Khan, nobody wanted Amir Khan. I don't know why. I don't no more Amir Khan. Ban that guy. But it is what it is. Some people said Alvarado, and just Katsides didn't make the cut. Some guys didn't make. David Diaz didn't make the cut, but we put the 3 Diaz's for a vote. You know what I mean? Not that it mattered. Like they put him against fucking Roberto Duran. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it for joining me. Going through the process. I apologize for the delay. 15 seconds ahead of time, I'm apologizing to you. Okay? But this is D-Style Boxing. Keep boxing.